And it is that transition. And then one of my favorite events that you are the mastermind behind is Taste of Hope.
Yes.
So for those who don't know, Taste of Hope is held every year, and it benefits the American Cancer Society. And it's held right now, the past couple of years have been in Frederick Meyer Gardens, and it's chefs from all over West Michigan. And when you're a guest, you just get to try all this amazing food, and then everybody votes on it, and then you have a committee that chooses as well. I always say it's like the one fundraiser. You can show up, not know a soul, and you meet so many people because everyone's talking about the food. How did that come to be?
Well, so we used to do an event like this in pre-pandemic for March of Dimes. So my good friend Ginger Feldman and I used to run this event with a great amount of people.
Yep.
And then the pandemic hit, West Michigan March of Dimes dissolved. And after the pandemic, I got with my good friend Ken, and from Lake Michigan Insurance Agency. And Ken and I approached Ginger, who now worked for the American Cancer Society. And I said to Ginger, we need to start this back up again. So what we did was we approached ACS about it. ACS was a little leery, but they were like, we trust Ginger and we're going to try this out. And we did. And first year was a huge success, like one of the biggest successes for the American Cancer Society as a national organization. So we moved forward with it. We've evolved it. And the best part about it, too, was I was able to take what we did for the Signature Chef event, take the things that I really loved about it, and then get rid of the things that I thought were outdated or we didn't like, and reinvent to start the Taste of Hope, which has just been a phenomenal thing over the past 5 years that we've evolved. And you've been every year, I think.
And it's just a great showcase for a lot of different types of restaurants. Everything from Gun Lake Casino, which is amazing and huge, all the way down to family restaurants, Adobo Boy. You know, and I just love the diversity in the food all in one space, and people are talking about it while raising money.
It is. And I love that.
Against cancer.
Against cancer, of course. Yes.
I'm not pro-cancer, just so you know, in case you were worried.
Yes,
I'm anti-cancer.
I think a lot of us are.
Yeah, I try to screen our guests to get people who are only anti-cancer.
Yeah,
so you made the cut.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you brought that up because it's not just restaurants too. It's Trinity Health, Corewell Health, senior living. I bring chefs not only diversity in who they are, but from the different cooking areas, like lines of business that they come from. So it's not just restaurants. There's some caterers. There's all sorts of different chefs from different walks. So,
which also speaks to like your discussion earlier, saying like you can be a part of culinary arts in so many different spaces and ways. Like it's not just limited to I am the head chef at a 5-star restaurant.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's so much out there. I mean, and it's not even just being in a regular kitchen cooking food. There's R&D work. There's all sorts of stuff as a chef that you can do. So, you know, people think of chef and they think of working in a restaurant. And I'm like, that's a big segment. Yes. But there's chefs that work in hospitals, senior living, schools. The list is, and that's just working directly in kitchens.
Yeah.
Then you have ancillary. I mean, you could be working for a food broker, a distributor, manufacturer, grower, producer. The limits are not there. You know, you can just plow them down because it is such a wide variety of options in that field.
I wanted to ask you too, because American Cancer Society, ACS for short, is a huge organization.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us feel like, wow, it's so big. Like, how does it touch West Michigan? How does it touch local communities? Because it is so big. It's not just West Michigan, wherever you live. I was wondering if you could speak to a little bit about that and like what the money we raise here in Grand Rapids, how does that then feed into local support?
One of the biggest things is the Van Andel Institute. I mean, right here in our Grand Rapids community, we have one of the most cutting edge research facilities to battle cancer. I mean, I like to say our taste of hope donates a little bit of money towards what the National ACS actually gives to Van Andel Institute
Right.
to go to fight cancer. I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing. And then also here in our local community, I mean, American Cancer Society here is supporting local folks that are dealing with this challenge.
They have a number you can call, and I like to give little tasks for Christy, my producer.
Yeah.
Because she won't come in front of the camera. So I'm like, hey, Christy, can you make sure we get the number for ACS? Because I do know you can call the number and say to them, I have cancer, or a family member is going through cancer. What are the resources? Here's what we need. What is available? And really find out all these different nonprofits supporting cancer patients and their families.
Yeah. And there's American Cancer Society, but there's so many more. And, Revive and Thrive and so many other ones out there so worthy of your time and your dollars. I mean,
Right.
And with the Taste of Hope, I mean, I have to say, I mean, so many people make this happen. I mean, it's, very important. Carolee Waswick. I mean, she is the
Carolee's awesome, by the way.
yeah, she
Total
makes it
shout out to Carolee. She
Yeah.
is what, mom of 7, 5, like amazing amount of children. She's organizing Sean,
Yeah.
which is like having
Yeah.
5 kids in
Yeah.
and of
Yeah.
itself.
I'm a child myself, so.
Yeah.
but
So,
no, yeah,
Carolee
her-
does a
yeah.
great job.
Her and her magic wand. I mean, I don't even know how she does everything she does. And then, everybody else that's involved. I mean, the volunteers, the sponsors, Frederick Meyer Gardens, and of course the chef competitors. I mean, it's an amazing event. I mean, the event itself sold out for years to sponsorship. Like you couldn't buy a single ticket.
Because it was just sponsored.
Yeah,
tables.
because the sponsors would buy it out. It's just such a high demand. And then actually last year, I got with Carolee and I said we've got to make this available to the public. We got to get single ticket sales. So we actually have set aside single ticket sales so people can actually buy tickets to go to the event because it was sold
That's
out to
great.
sponsors. And I didn't want that. I wanted the community to be able to be a part of that.
Yeah.